For over 75 years, reports of strange objects in the sky have captured global attention, yet continue defying simple explanations. Dismissed for decades as mere flights of fancy, UFO sightings have gained renewed scrutiny in recent years as more information comes to light. But what credible data exists, and how close are we really to solving this enduring enigma? From 2017 onward, unprecedented disclosures from former government insiders dramatically shifted the conversation. Former intelligence official Luis Elizondo headed the Pentagon's mysterious Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, AATIP, until resigning in 2017 over what he alleged was excessive secrecy and lack of resources. That same year, Elizondo disclosed that materials retrieved from non-human aerial encounters were being studied under extreme confidentiality by government laboratories, according to journalist George Knapp. He later told filmmakers that during his time leading AATIP, he did see bizarre wreckage far surpassing any man-made tech, describing anomalous objects as well as artifacts that were not made of any tangible material. You could actually put your hand through it. These astonishing claims kicked off a firestorm, though due to lacking documentation, most remain understandably doubtful. Separately in 2022, David Grush, formerly a senior analyst within the U.S. intelligence community, told a documentary crew and then Congress that unknown vehicles and tech have been recovered by the U.S., including one instance where sometimes you encounter dead pilots. Appearing before the House Oversight Committee in 2023, Grush insisted he had been barred from secret U.S. investigations despite interviewing high-level intelligence officials about such matters. For their part, the Pentagon denies any such exotic materials have been found. Unless documents surface, these anecdotes represent intriguing speculation unproven by hard facts. As interest surged after such disclosures, UFO reports continued pouring in, especially from military pilots. One dramatic testimony came from former Navy pilot Ryan Graves, who claimed sightings of unknown vehicles surpassing latest U.S. aircraft had become a daily occurrence near military test sites. On the East Coast alone, between 2014-15, his squadron of F/A-18 fighters detected over 100 intrusions. This prompted the Navy to formally release videos showing unidentified spherical objects rapidly changing position, hovering and rotating mid-air. Equally strange was declassified radar evidence supported such visual encounters. An infamous example was the famous 1955 incident over Ohio, where air traffic radars at 3 separate airports tracked over 100 targets estimated to reach 7,000 miles per hour and change direction 90 degrees in less than 1.5 seconds, well beyond any conventional craft. Others cite the 2021 releases of classified Navy destroyer recordings displaying spherical objects rotating mid-air hundreds of feet below, before abruptly accelerating to hypersonic velocities and plummeting 30,000 feet in seconds. No known earthly capabilities seem compatible with such extreme and spatially coordinated aerobatic maneuvers observed through advanced military sensors on multiple occasions worldwide. Spherical objects hovering, then rapidly accelerating, rotating and descending tens of thousands of feet in seconds were witnessed on military-grade infrared video, FLIR cameras, and radar systems. Officials deemed them unidentified yet naturally occurring plasma or atmospheric conditions are unable to explain such advanced maneuvering skills in proximity to warships. Authentication of government data presents a key step that scientific research of the phenomenon has so far been lacking. As more documentation emerges from defense agencies, it has potential to revolutionize what is provable about anomalous phenomena. However, further verification will still be required. The lack of physical proof has led some researchers like the SETI Institute's Seth Shostak to emphasize focusing scientific inquiry on more promising leads with tangible rewards, like biosignatures of life on other worlds discovered via next-gen telescopes. But after groundbreaking radar incidents were uncovered, others argue more attention must be paid to anomalous incursions witnessed through rigorous military sensor systems defying explanations, proposing they represent non-human technologies worthy of serious examination. By pursuing multidisciplinary research avenues and harnessing new observational tools, answers may gradually emerge from the scientific study of UFOs, where individual sightings have often failed to provide a clear picture alone. It's an investigation sure to stoke passion on all sides for some time to come. Beyond such sensational claims, the origins of genuinely anomalous sightings also remain hotly debated. Two prevailing hypotheses attempting to explain unusual aerial objects are the extraterrestrial hypothesis, ETH, that they represent probes, ships, or other technology of alien species, and the unidentified terrestrial hypothesis, UTH, that they are experimental aircraft of foreign adversaries like Russia or China, yet to be acknowledged. Those skeptical of extraterrestrial visitors argue extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and no solid proof has been found yet of advanced civilizations visiting Earth. On the other hand, extraordinary sightings continue defying categorization as conventional aircraft. While Russia and China surely aim to match U.S. capabilities through classified projects, their scale seems unable to fully account for all reports spanning decades. It raises questions why advanced technology would be deployed near U.S. infrastructure like nuclear power plants or military bases when attempting to maintain stealth and operational security. Meanwhile, backers of the ETH propose the sheer vastness of the cosmos makes other life inevitable somewhere, and interstellar travel on detectable scales could be more achievable than currently appreciated due to exotic propulsion not utilizing combustion. The Fermi paradox question of the apparent contradiction between high likelihood of advanced life and lack of evidence for it also factors into arguments for and against humankind being alone or previously visited. With no unambiguous proof yet uncovered, either confirming or denying visitation, this debate will surely continue raging. As public interest swelled around such documentation emerging through Freedom of Information requests, lawmakers demanded answers. In 2023, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer introduced legislation compelling disclosure of classified UFO files, calling it of immense interest and curiosity to the American people. But it did not pass, instead resulting in a directive for future periodic releases of vetted information. During hearings, Representative Matt Gaetz recalled seeing images of craft with capabilities neither U.S. military intelligence nor foreign adversaries can explain. For his part, former AARO head Sean Kirkpatrick estimated the Pentagon receives dozens of new reports monthly, adding, "There are some indicators that are concerning. We are investigating those very hard." On the other side of the issue, scientific skeptics stressed more is required before validating exotic claims. "If we don't prove it's aliens, then evidence of other people doing stuff in our backyard isn't good," said Kirkpatrick. The Galileo Project's Avi Loeb concurred more objective data was imperative to understand such unusual objects that we don't fully understand. But for UFO proponents, clear conclusions have remained elusive despite intensifying investigations worldwide. Is the global surge in sightings simply perceptual errors and natural phenomena, or could there be profound technological or even extraterrestrial truths emerging behind this enduring riddle? Let's examine perspectives on each hypothesis. For those open to non-human visitation hypotheses, the sheer scale of the cosmos makes other life seem inevitable. As Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb stated, even if the chance for primitive life to originate on a single planet is small, it could have happened, and once it happened, intelligence and technology are likely to follow. Others counter without proof of interstellar travel on practical scales or direct evidence of superior civilizations. Claims of visitors remain unsubstantiated conjecture. However, as skeptic Seth Shostak explained, even null results from emerging astrobiology are scientifically useful. When we are faced with some anomalous objects that we don't fully understand, it's just common sense to try and study them. There are a lot of ways you could fail, even if the aliens are really there. Loeb and others push back against arguments dismissing anomalies as perceptual or technical errors without thorough research, arguing preconceptions should not replace objective analysis. In contrast, the unidentified terrestrial hypothesis attributes anomalies to secret domestic or foreign experimental aircraft. Certainly, classified military projects could partly explain some sightings, as even leaders at the Pentagon have acknowledged. Though no smoking gun evidence has emerged, document dumps, scientific diligence is bringing greater organization to a field once sidelined. If anomalous sightings over critical infrastructure represent true national security threats, understanding their nature through scientific cooperation seems a logical priority. And should any project stumble upon the unambiguous proof of alien visitation so many envision, It would be one of history's greatest discoveries, with ramifications impossible to overstate.